Alright, welcome back, new viewers. Again, Bears time for some more Pokemon Home updates and off-screen. I played a bit more Legends Arceus. Or what am I doing? I played a bit more Legends Arceus, so why don't I show you a few more things that I transferred over. Like, let me just go on over to Oops. It's gonna be a bit, there's quite a bit of things that I transferred. Like this Hisuian Sliggoo over here. And just the same time, I decided to transfer it over to this game so I can evolve it here. But besides that, we got this Hisuian Typhlosion, which its inability is Frisk, but I'd rather it just keep Blaze. Like, I don't know who thought it was a good idea to make it such an underwhelming hidden ability compared to the other two. One gets Sharpness, the other gets Scrappy, just why? One thing I didn't show in my previous video was this Mew over here. That was from my Shining Pearl copy, thanks to having a save file of Let's Go Eevee. And I got this absolute unit over here. Caught this man right off screen. My man, the Goodra. He's too powerful. He's calm nature. He's the perfect nature that I need him to be. He's far too tanky. You won't be able to kill him. And I'll show that to you once he's fully trained up. You literally won't be able to kill him. Nothing. You won't be able to do anything. He's just too powerful. Now let me get that shelter move on him. And I'm gonna have this man with shell armor so you can't even crit the guy. He's just too strong. Anyways, I have another Hisuian Decidueye. And another one. And here's my shiny Avalugg. This man's looking pretty good. However, it doesn't quite have the ability that I'd like it to have, which is Strong Jaw. Making biting moves stronger, so it's actually better to use Ice Fang. I mean, it does get a move called Mountain Gale. But it causes flinching, but it's so slow. Why would you use it? Alright, I got another one of these men over here. I have a Basculin I should transfer over. And yeah, that's about it. These are all the guys. I got more Hisuian Voltorbs. I'm gonna use some Leaf Stones on them. Now I have the Zoro over here that I want to make a physical attacker because of its jolly nature. However, its stats are quite garbage, so, but thankfully, wait, hold up. But it has its best stat and special, okay. But hell, train this guy up right now. Only a few levels just to get him to become a Zoroark. And I think 13 of these might do the trick, actually. Yep, there we go. So I want this to be a physical attacker, or like Scope Lens and stuff. Slash, Night Slash, Shadow Claw, all that garbage. Yep, Shadow Claw, just the move I wanted to have. And Shadow Sneak, in case you need to get those revenge kills off. Now I'm gonna see if I have any Leaf Stones. I should. There are at least a few Leaf Stones to get these guys to evolve. Because, fun fact actually, back when I was playing my Legends Arceus copy, to finishing the Pokedex in that game, I got stuck trying to find a Thunderstone when really I needed a Leaf Stone the whole time to evolve these. These happy, bold people. Now become the angry acorn thingamabobber that you are. Meant to become. He wants to learn Chloroblast. Which is such a dumb name for a move, but I like it. Also, you know what I just realized? I think they took normal, yeah, I think they just took normal Electrode's Smile and turned it upside down. It's kind of what it looks like there. That's a little lazy. Well, we all know Game Freak's been kind of lazy in the recent years. Yeah, it looks like they just took its Smile and turned it upside down. That looks dumb. I'm just now realizing that. It looks awful. God, jeez. Alright, my man, the Hisuian Goodra, you need to become much stronger, so I've got the things just for you. Alright, we all know that one of the abilities you get is a shell armor ability, so let's give you that right now. Actually, I think I can finally train something for special defense. Being this Goodra, though I can make it a little more offensive if I truly wanted to. Because of its higher defense stat compared to its normal form, I think we could do this instead. Muddy water. I don't see the use for that. We do not need it. Heavy slam, and that's all the moves it learns. Now, HP is definitely the stat I'm going to train him in. However, I'm going to have this guy with leftovers. Raises his defense. Like, he's just going to be an ultra wall. Like, he's just going to be an ultimate wall. Like, this man will not die. I'm giving them that pesky leftovers. He will not die. Nothing you could do will kill him. Nothing. Not a dang thing. And look at that monster special defense stat. It could probably go even higher. Probably only a little bit higher. Not by much, though. Now, let me see what other moves you get. Actually, I could use Acid Spray, try to whittle away at the foes. I'm gonna do that. If you don't know, Acid Spray is one of my favorite moves because of that secondary effect of being able to lower your opponent's special defense all the time. Yeah, you definitely can't learn Toxic because, oh, hey, this is that generation. No Toxic for everybody anymore. Oh, buddy, since Generation 8. Which, I guess is a welcome change, in my opinion, because why was it that, like, 95% of Pokemon can learn Toxic? I don't know. I mean, there's some YouTubers out there that explain that, like Loxton, if you know who that is. But besides that, it just made not much sense to me. Yeah, everything can poison you for some reason. Just why? But why? But why? Anyways, if I have a normal Goodra in here that I'm not using, why don't we move them over? It's my Tera Water one I want to use. I haven't fully trained it yet, so that one's I'm planning on using for shenanigans. What was it? Sap Scepter shenanigans, as you can see there. Yeah, I'm gonna put this Goodra over here with that useless Goodra. That's Tera Psychic that I'm totally not gonna use. Or, yeah, no, I don't plan on using it. I made it seem like just now I was gonna use it. I'm not. I'll be honest, I'm not. Alright, now, I don't know if you guys know this, but fun fact about me, Azelf was my favorite of the Lake Guardians. I love this thing. This thing is just so strong. So why don't we train this man up as well? And I'm gonna give a Focus Sash Nasty Plot. And if y'all didn't know, the Lake Guardians get a new move in Legends Arceus and in this game called Mystic All Power, which raises their special attack by 1 stage each and every time they use it. It's basically Psychic-type Torch Song, and it's awesome. Though it's slightly weaker and has lower accuracy, sadly, but that's okay. It's like a better Luster Purge, even, because Luster Purge, being Latios' signature move, I think just has a raised chance of lowering special defense, at least higher than most moves like Psychic. Which I don't think is particularly useful. At least in my personal opinion, I don't think that's all that useful, so... Alright, Dazzling Gleam, either Tera Psychic or Tera Fairy should do the best here. I think Tera Psychic's just fine. Give Mystical Power that extra power, huh? Okay. Should learn Aura Sphere in my opinion, but they don't. Screw the fighting type coverage, right? Oh yeah, but you can breathe fire. Right. Makes so much sense. Thunderbolt. Steel Beam. I don't know. I want to have more time, we can train that guy as well. But I really want to trade up this Goodra, so... I think I might give it Protect, and... Hang on, I'm going to see if I have another leftovers. I got so many battle caps I need to get. We're going to be grinding like crazy. Especially when I finally have a bit more time to do these. As you all know, gotta deal with slavery after this whoop-de-doo. I'm having so much fun. Anyways. I guess I don't have any leftovers on hand. And it's already steel type, so you don't have to worry about poison type moves or getting poisoned outside of corrosion garbage. I don't have any leftovers. That's fine. That's fine. Hopefully I get a second Enamorous at some point. Maybe I should do some surprise trades. But I have so many good things that I don't really want to trade away. Mostly just things with really good Tera types. I know I got a few other things. Actually, where's my Hisuian Quillfish? Let me check that out. Because that I want with its hidden ability. Because it gets to intimidate you. It's very scary if you haven't known. Apparently, pufferfish are scary. Which makes sense. You know, pufferfish will tend to blow up to try to scare off opponents. Or scare off prey, I should say, or predators. So that's probably why it gets that ability. Gee, I know so much. I'm such a zoologist. Alright, I don't think we need... Who should I get rid of in here? Yeah, this Tera Fairy Shelgon. We don't need that. Alright, you I want to make... Well, obviously it's going to be Eviolite because I'm not evolving this one. The other Hisuian Quillfish that I cut off screen, that one's going to turn into an Overquill, so it's staying in there. I can't until that happens. Alright, let's make you very scary. Is everybody intimidated yet? Here it is. Anyways, now I'm making you Eviolite. I want to maybe max defense, max HP, because you have such a good defensive type combo. So either make you Tera Poison or just keep you as Tera Dark, maybe. Anybody know which one would be better for that? I'm not entirely sure. Alright, Minimize and Spikes I think should stay. I almost want to run Toxic Spikes and then Bar Barrage. That should be pretty good, actually. Now, if only we can get some sort of passive healing on that, that'd be absolutely busted. I'm about to see if you can learn Toxic. Actually, you definitely can. There's no way it can't. Alright, if I had more candies, I'd evolve it right here and now, but we're not going to do that, sadly. Sadly. Alright, this Cleavor, I think I'm gonna make Adamant Nature. I'm gonna see how many of those mints I have. How many of the mints do I have? 2 of them. I'm almost out of Adamant mints. I mean, it is the best nature after all, so... Kinda makes sense that it would be used up so much compared to many of the other ones. I'm gonna give it its hidden ability as well. Another time when I finally get some more hidden ability candies, that is. Alright, Basque Legion, let me see how many candies it's going to be to fully evolve you, or fully level you up to level 100. Because you get a certain move that everybody is completely dying for, known as Last Respects when it shows up. The game's ruining my thunder over here, I don't like it. No, not Double Edge, we don't need that move. Hello, Durboy Best, how you doing today? Actually, that Smash is really good coverage for a water type. And for some reason wait, is Last Respect's an egg move for it? Why? I hope not. If it is, that's not a problem. No, yeah, it must be. Alright. Which actually, you know what that means. Same here, as you can see. These mons are going to be such ginormous threats that the whole world will bow to my feet. They're just so powerful. So many good type combos, so many great moves or abilities they have in conjunction with them. It's awesome. Alright, I know I have my, yeah, I have Arceus, but I'm keeping that one in Legends Arceus. I think it's just better in its home. Whenever I finally get around to trying to catch Arceus and BDSP? Yeah, screw it. Then I can transfer that over here. Or maybe get one through a trade or something. Outside of that, I don't think. I think it's just going to keep it in there. In Legends Arceus or in BDSP? Or you mean transferring both of them from there? Nah. I want to keep them in Legends Arceus, so whenever I finally get one in BDSP, I can transfer that over. But apparently I need to finish the Pokedex or something in that game, and probably not having the patience for that, I'll be honest. Alright, I'll get this Houndstone right over here. My shiny Houndstone, and give you a I almost said Mental Orb. The Mirror Herb. Alright, let me just get rid of one attack on your moveset, and we'll get the move that we desire. Let's get rid of Takedown, that's a useless move. This is going to be the world's strongest Basky Legion. Nobody can even compare. Oh yeah, and I just realized it's raining. I can evolve my Hisuian Slugoo that I just transferred. Alright, let's give them a few seconds. Yeah, time's up. And I seem like a horrible trainer now. I don't give my Pokemon enough breaks. Documented proof right here. But that should give me the move that I desire. And there it is. Last respect. Man, anyone who gets touched by this thing, especially boosted by adaptability, you're done. You're done. You won't live. No survivors, they say. You just get thrown in the trash and that's you. You're done. You get touched by this attack. Anyways, yes, this Hisuian Decidueye is well, it's quite cool. I prefer the Alolan Decidueye in both typing and design, though I do like its color scheme. Just because Grass Ghost is a way better typing than Grass Fighting for a myriad of reasons. Alright, something. Oh yeah, my Hisuian Slugoo. Where are you, Slugoo? You know what? Don't need to go looking for it, we can just search. Yeah, the shiny is quite good, actually, which, you know, if they ever decide to rework Decidueye shiny, which I don't think they ever will because the shiny, it's already good as is. But if they ever really wanted to, they could have a Hisuian colored one. Here's the boy. And, well, I think I want this one, maybe with, not with shell armor. Ah, frick. Of course the rain ended just as I get the, okay. Okay, game, I see what you're talking. I see what you're doing. Yeah, funny, game. That's really funny. Okay. Like, that lighter orange and yellow really gives it an autumnal feeling. Whereas the normal Decidueye seems to have a bit more of a tropic feeling with it in its color scheme. Now, where shall I put this guy? I don't know, I draw a blank all the time. Yeah, where the Soaring Guru is. And I got this Hisuian Decidueye right over here with the Scrappy ability. You ghost types are not safe with this man around. With its animation or, because its animation is lackluster than it was in previous generations. I mean, it literally rains down judgment on its foes. How could you bully that? I mean, hey, unless you want him to rain down judgment on you, I mean, hey, be my guest. I ain't the one getting blown up these days. And speaking of that, it's moved Judgment, just like the special art in the Tales of franchise, if you know what that is. And Sharpness. And now I'm out of ability patches. Who knows when I'll ever get another one. I mean, it's inevitable. But there's that. Well, if you equipped it with the Legend Plate, I believe it is, yeah, it's pretty much always super effective. Now, I almost want a Choice Scarf this Cleavor. What's your IVs? They all suck. Okay. Alright, am I near Medali by any chance? I want to turn this Hoopa to Terra Dark. For that extra powerful Hyperspace Fury, which, fun fact, Confined Hoopa cannot even use that move. Well, it makes sense. That's exclusive to, well, the Unbound form, not the Confined form. Even though if you change its forms into that, it could still have the move in its moveset for some reason. It's not like with Black Kyurem and White Kyurem that were Fusion Flare and Fusion Bolt would turn back into Scary Face, respectively, which, that's weird. Of all moves, they turn Scary Face into that? Why? I mean, I guess they had to choose something, but still. Seems like they could have done either a different move or just had it completely forget the move if it changed back to its normal form. Whatever. We go, oh, hey, it's learning Fusion Flare. You want to get rid of a move? Or, hey, just learn Fusion Flare or Fusion Bolt. There you go. Alright, anyways, enough of my complaining. I'm gonna shove some dark shards up this, Hoopa's mouth. And he's gonna like it. I don't care if he could throw one of those fists into a void and literally deck me in the face from another continent. Who cares? He's gonna like this. Well, of course he's gonna get banned. He can be literally any type he goddamn wants to be. At least gonna be Ubers, and well, because of how well distributed Arceus' stats are, and it being any type of frickin' wants to be. Especially back in Gen 7 when you compare that with the Z Crystals, which I thought was even broken. It can change its type and always get stabbed on its Z move, whatever damn Z move it chooses. Which I thought was a pretty decent inclusion. It probably wouldn't be cool if it could hold a Z Crystal, but it couldn't change its type or something. I guess that's what the devs were thinking. And that's a weird ID code this Hoopa has. Whatevs. Alright, Magician. I wanted to have this thing with a Tango Berry, maybe? It's only weak to Fairy and Bug. Heck, if Fairy types it didn't exist, it'd only be weak to Bug. The problem with this typing is it has 0 resistances, so it's kind of hard to really use it defensively. That's why I try to run... I mean, despite its already huge special defense stat, I got this through a giveaway the other day. That's how I got it. Because, I mean, I haven't used Hoopa since the Gen 6 games, so... I think I may have had one in one... No, I haven't had one in one of my Gen 7 games. But fun fact about Gen 7, Hyperspace Furies into, even though this is completely outdated information, if you use the Dark-type Z-type gem, on Hyperspace Fury, becomes base 180 in power, and the strongest Dark-type Z move you could get. The second strongest is out of Foul Play, but... maybe when I inevitably play Gen 7 on here, we'll discuss that. For now, who cares? It's useless information. Alright, how do I get Sacred Sword on this Cleavor? That's also a not signature move. That's also, I believe, an egg move, right? And I'm pretty much out of candies. Because I know it learns Sacred Sword, which is affected by sharpness. Unless it learns Close Combat instead. I know it learns Psycho Cut as well, but I don't think Psycho Cut's going to be too useful for it. Alright, for some reason his Wind Lilligant learns Ice Spinner, which is pretty awesome. Definitely good for those pesky, flying types. So I don't know if I want to Terra Rock that Lilligant or Terra Ice it. Maybe I'll Terra Ice it for fun. People wouldn't expect that. The only problem is it's still going to be weak to fire, and yeah, it's still going to be weak to fire, and that's kind of an issue. Because Ice is one of the worst types defensively. Because, hey, let's make Ice-type Pokemon, but let's make over half of them bulky, slow mons who can't take a hit. That's real smart game design, people. Thankfully, in more recent generations, they've rectified that a little bit with mons like Chien Pao and Weavile and all that, but still. But then you got your Crabominables, you got your Regices, or what are those? You got your Avalugs of all goddamn things, probably the most egregious example. Just, Game Freak makes some really questionable game design decisions. And also, I just realized my subscriber bar is in front of the frickin' LP gauge. I can't see how much I have. And just sell everything and see what happens. Alright, any more things I can sell? Let's see, I got all these Kochu furs from all the Eevee trading I tend to do. And that's plenty of those, whatever. As long as it's enough to give me what I need to get some TMs, that is fine. How many Tynamos was I fighting? I don't remember fighting this many Tynamos. You know, let me lower that number a little bit. I need some of those for TMs, so let's keep at least some of those. Deerling hairs. Man, I'm gonna go to jail for Pokemon poaching of deerling hairs. They must be very valuable. Yep, that 30 LP is totally worth going to jail for. Alright, 31 of these. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, sell 2 of these Rotom Sparks. And I have plenty of Snover Berries. And the Snovers do not like me after all that training. But hey, they give attack IVs. If I need the attack IVs, they're my first target besides Greavards. From my experience, Glaciato Mountain is very good for EV training, so that's tend to be why I go up there. Even if some mons up there, depending on what mons I happen to be using, tend to be a little annoying to fend off. And especially the Happini Dust over here. Which is why anytime I see a Chansey or Blissey, gotta kill them. Get their dust and get 150 LP out of it. And where's my Hisuian Electrode? I'm gonna turn that thing into Terra Ice. Because funny, Ice is pretty much the best Terra type for any electric or grass type. Besides Terra Fire, I guess, for grass types. And a lot of people do like to make the jokes are specifically Poketubers. Far more popular than myself over here. Tend to like to make the joke that a lot of ice types or grass types are best buffed in the way. That they don't have to be grass type or ice type anymore. So I'm like, you know something, you know there's some piss poor game development decisions. Game design decisions, I mean. When changing your Pokemon's type makes a Pokemon overall way better than it is with its base type. Just why? Yeah, Lopunny's not in this game, and hopefully that doesn't happen for, many reasons. I think this community knows a little too well. Alright, Electrode, become Terra Ice. And while we're here, does anyone want to do a little, Tera Raid battles? Because I'm mostly just training up Hisuian mons, that's all. And I know y'all might have a problem with how I say Hisuian, but I don't like saying Hisuian, it just sounds dumb. And I still need to get a Thunderbolt TM onto you. Get over here, Lilligans. We need you for something. Yeah, gee, I just hired this Lilligan from the Mafia. The Paldean Mafia, so, just need it with the spinning ice attack. Anybody know a better way to get Sunstones in Legends Arceus? From my memory, I had a lot of trouble trying to get that back when I was finishing that game's Pokedex. You know, I'm gonna run this one with Ice Spinner, screw it. You hit Suian. You hit the Suians. You know what? I have a hit Suian, Hitmonlee. And it's a dark type. He deals drugs. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that joke. Alright, I got this Braviary. I think I'm gonna make this one Terra Fairy. And then get a second Hisuian Braviary. And make that one Terra Fighting. Because it learns Dazzle and Gleam, which is a very good coverage move for it. And thanks to Tinted Lens, even if you have a Steel type in here, it ain't gonna hit. It ain't gonna do nothing. So, yeah, this one I'm gonna make Terra Fairy for those pesky Dark types. Though it's already resistant to Bug type moves, it's already got a huge advantage against fighting types, pretty much the ultimate fighting type killer. Unown's over? No, Unown's not in this game. And I guess that's a good thing, because Unown's kind of a waste of space. I think Unown was going to be a bit more of a deal back in the Gen 2 games, and especially when it's apparently connected to Arceus in some sort of way in the Gen 4 games. But it didn't really do much. Real sad. Again, such a missed opportunity. A lot of people had the ideas of, hey, why don't we get all the Unowns together? And, well, turn them into, like, if you have all 26 Unowns, 28, because the Gen 4 games introduced, specifically, I think, either Diamond and Pearl or was it Battle Revolution? I don't know. The exclamation point and the question mark form. So if you had all 26/28 of them, why not evolve them all in the same box? Kind of like what you can do with Gimme Go and Golden Go or something. Like, level up one of them, they're all in the box, or some shit, and they can all evolve right then and there, into the known, as some people called it. That's such a great idea. Aside from that name, I guess, but that's such a great idea. Uh-oh. I'm out of crow gunk poison. Shit, that's not good. Alright, I'm gonna teach you Fire Punch then. For coverage. Yeah, something like that, but no, Game Freak's like, here, get all these Pokemon that are just wasting space in your party that have slightly different forms from each other, all have the same goddamn move and the same awful-ass stats and lackluster typing and pure psychic. Again, as I've stated before, good game design, man. Good game design. Maybe it's just chalked up to time constraints or something, but they could have definitely revisited that idea. Especially in Generation 4 during the Arceus movie, what was it called, The Jewel of Life? When again, Arceus has some sort of connection with Unown. I swear, the only use Unown has is not even in a Pokemon game, but in Smash Bros. Specifically Super Smash Bros. Melee, where it's a frickin' Pokeball character that you can summon in battle. That's the biggest use it has. And Unown, I think, has quite a bit of potential to it. You know, if they'd actually do something with the damn thing. But no. Let's just keep it there, have it show up in some games here and there, and hopefully people pick it up and try to care about it again, but nobody goddamn gives a shit. Do any of you happen to give a shit about Unown? You know what, thanks for the idea, actually. That's the question of the day. What do you think, how differently could you change Unown? Like giving it a new evolution, actually giving it a damn move pool, updating its stats perhaps? What do you think you could do to make Unown a little more relevant in today's day and age? Especially since I think of all Pokemon, it probably needs it the most out of all the 1,000+ frickin' Pokemon that we have. Alright, and this Overcool becomes Terra Water to really make use of Swim. Too bad my rain team's already used up. Doesn't mean I can't make a second rain team, though. Anyways, cannot wait for the DLCs to come out. I know Pokemon Home literally came out not even 2 whole days ago. But it's always good to look towards the future. One of the reasons why I even chose Pokemon Violet to begin with. Yeah, something like that. That's a great idea. But now just leave it there ever since 2019. I almost said 2019. 1999. And just have it take up space in people's parties and say, this is something new. Hell, in Heart Gold Soul Silver, there's a fucking side quest where if you catch all 26 of them, you get documented papers or some shit. That's it. That's all. So you wasted my time catching all 26 of those freaking Unowns in this game, in the Ruins of Alpha, I believe it's called. And I guess that was a little foreshadowing to Arceus being known as the Alpha Pokemon 2 generations before the damn thing existed. But then, I don't know what I was going to say there, but still, just, you didn't do much with them. For what? Or have them combined with Arceus or something and make something even more powerful. Something that even rivals Mega Rayquaza, or beats Mega Rayquaza, beats Eternamax Eternatus, beats both Mega Mewtwo's, just anything that makes those guys look like fucking chumps. You have so many different options, but do absolutely nothing with all of them. It's so underwhelming. And genuinely kills me deep down as a Pokemon fan. And been playing Pokemon since 7 years old, and Pokemon Gold, fun fact, I've stated this in previous videos, but Pokemon Gold being my first Pokemon game when I was only 7 years old. But, I don't think I ever encountered an Unown in those games, at least I never looked at it, but, when I inevitably replayed Pokemon Gold when the Virtual Console version of it came out on 3DS back in 2017, found Unowns, caught one of them, nearly killed my Quilava, but other than that, because it just happened to have the right frickin' hidden power to do such a thing, yeah, congratulations, RNG was on your frickin' side. Or your IVs, because back then your hidden power is dependent on your IVs, not, I guess, based on other things, or is that still the case up to at least Generation 7 when that move actually existed, but probably part of the reason why they took that move out, other than it being really weak coverage for a lot of Pokemon in competitive. Like, for example, give Jolteon hidden power Grass or something, which I think is what a Terrestrialization is semi-based on, which I think does pretty well. It's definitely a lot better take than hidden power, and you have a lot more control over which hidden powers you get as well, which I like. In this case, your Terra type, you have a lot more control over that. In a variety of ways, whether that be overworld Pokemon, whether that be Tera Raid battles, or just feeding your Pokemon Terra Shards. But besides that. Well, geez, thank you everybody for coming to my TED Talk about how to improve Unown. Next up, how Delibird turned into Iron Bundle. Does anybody want to hear a quick story about that? Alright, this Sneasel I should evolve real fast. Do you evolve at a level? Actually, you know what? I'll just do that off screen. I don't know if you evolve at a level or I need to give you a Razor Claw or something, or if not, I can always transfer it back. Alright, this man, I should make either Modest Nature or Timid Nature. You need to be, oh wait, I think I trained this Regieleki. Crap. It was supposed to be my physical attacking one. Whatever. I can always re-EV train it, it's no big deal. And when I get another Leaf Stone, I'll evolve this man over here. Yeah, according to its Scarlet Pokedex entry, it's apparently the remnants of an old fitness athlete or something. I mean, cool, you brought him back from the dead, but... And I think that's pretty cool, so it's essentially a cyborg, is what they're confirming. But that's a little rough. Of all Pokemon, you had to turn me into a Hitmonlee? Really? Or not Hitmonlee, what am I saying? A Hariyama? I wonder how many died then as well. Yeah, maybe. That's all the Paradox Mons, depending on which version you have, but yeah. They're always out and about. Unless it's Iron frickin' Thorns or Iron Valiant. I have yet to find a fucking Iron Valiant in the wild. The one I have, I got through a trade. Maybe it's just in one specifically rare area, I don't know. And I don't care, because I already got mine, I'm good. Alright, here's my other Hisuian Goodra. I literally just caught the alpha ones off screen, that's all I did. I guess I should just use the sandwiches or something, but I'd rather just save this for shiny hunts and egg stuff. I mean, I have a lot of Herba Weedica, so... I don't know. I tried looking through there, couldn't find it. Maybe it just wasn't the time of day, or RPG... I almost said RPG. RNG was not on my side. Thanks, RNG. You know my friend's name is RNG, and sometimes he screws me over. Alright. Well, it's quite late, and sadly, I have to go to slave labor again, but don't you worry. I could be back later today, since I do not plan on going... Well, maybe not do not plan on going to the gym, that's still a debate. But yeah, perhaps I can come back later today to get more of these things done. Anyways, if y'all enjoyed me just ranting on about Unowns and Hisuian Mons and you want to see more, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and follow. Hit one of the videos you see on screen right now and that bell button for more if you're on YouTube. Special thank you to Durboy Best for joining me once again. And this video is also sponsored by W. If you want to hit the description the code in the description below to get 10% off of your energy drink order. Anyways, thank you everybody for watching and /sponsoring. And have yourselves a nice day and keep enjoying Pokemon Home. Goodbye.